What's up, Starcraft fans? We are once again doing Nexus Coop. So to get to Nexus Coop, you have to go to Custom, then click Arcade, then type in Nexus Coop in the search bar, then click this first result. Then on the second screen, you can have an ally there, you can add a player, invite someone, some of your friends, and then you just start the game and wait for the timer. Then it'll take you to this loading screen here, which gives you information. Nexus Coop was of course developed by a group of Chinese players, and they've done a pretty good job of creating new commanders and putting them in the co-op maps. It's pretty interesting when you try them out. Also, they will soon be rolling out an update that allows me to change hotkeys, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm honestly excited because my biggest gripe with Nexus Coop is being unable to change the hotkeys. Anyway, this week I'll be playing Valerian. For the first game, I'll be going with Dominion Elite, Dominion Combat Unit. Wait, I think I'll go Zeus and Aquila damage first, actually. Yeah, first game, I think I'll go Zeus and Aquila damage. And then I'll go for Satellite Scan Pulse cooldown, which I think will make the satellites better, and research time, so I can actually get my research off. I don't actually remember anymore. But Bauma Marketing told me that grass harvesting is better for Valerian, and I believe him because he knows more. So I believe the first map is... wait, let me actually check. Ah yes, it is Scythe of Amon. So first map will be Scythe of Amon, where we'll have to destroy the Void Slivers on the map and destroy them before the hybrid Void Shade awaken. So each sliver we destroy will make the remaining ones gain more health and powers, but it also gives us a time extension on destroying the Void Sliver. So you can see the wolf head thing starts there. There's a really cool interface thing here, which unfortunately covers the gameplay UI and the clock, but I guess it can't be helped. So you can see that Valerian starts out with the ability to multi-build structures. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite show it on the refinery, but I did. And you can see there's a notification here at the top bar, which tells you the latest information. So I once again multi-build the refinery. The refinery is actually critical here for Valerian because you'll want to rush out your upgrades on this Dominion Emojian Joint Science Facility to make your the Zeus and the Aquila better. It's actually pretty cool how they really lean into the king or emperor aspect of Valerian. Zeus, of course, is the king of the gods, and Aquila is Latin for eagle. Of course, in Rome, the legionnaires, or at least the legions, each of them had an eagle standard, which is called, of course, the Aquila. So it could be a sort of comparison, or a sort of parallel. It could be a sort of parallel with Valerian and Roman legions to have an Aquila. Of course, Aquila in Rome was just a standard, but in Valerian it's actually a useful thing. I'll show you what those are later on, but the Zeus is a giant Thor, a giant Odin. And that will mostly be soloing the whole map, as I will show you later on. I'm starting the first upgrade, so Bauma Marketing told me to rush out upgrades in this order. Start from the bottom left, then work your way rightwards, and then once the bottom row is complete, start the middle row from the left, then work your way rightwards. So each of these upgrades requires a tech structure. To start the first research, I need to get the factory, and then to start the second research, I need to get the armory, which is why I, of course, rushed out those gases. So now I'm starting the second research for Valerian. It's actually already the second research. I wasn't able to show you the first one.
Upgrade.
I don't quite remember what the researches actually are. Just that I was told to get them. Also, part of that is because I played this actual game like a couple of weeks ago. Zeus gets deployed right on the battlefield, and it will smash all these things. You can see it has an ability which is actually just Nova's Penetrating Blast. So I walk down here and start clearing out these things, and I just use that Penetrating Blast. The nice thing about the Zeus is that its Penetrating Blast can hit air. So you can see I deployed a few of these airstrikes, and that will hit this area. So the airstrikes deploy all from the bottom left, the southwest corner of the map, and they will hit any target as long as you have the Fog of War on it. So I deploy the Eagle, the Aquila, and the nice thing is that Aquila can teleport to anywhere on the map. It's like a Brutalisk. It can deep tunnel to any part of the map, and it will teleport the Zeus alongside, as you can see. So the Aquila, the Storm Eagle, has a thermal lance similar to the mothership, and it can teleport, of course, the Zeus. You can see I deploy a satellite here, which gives out pulses that improves the units that I have. Specifically, you can see the Zeus now has shielding. Meanwhile, I started the first of the upgrades on the middle row, and then I teleport the Aquila here. You can see it's pretty useful. I use the last top bar here, which is the, I believe, Glory to Korhal or something like that, and just bombards this area with dark blue clouds. And another nice thing is that all your units will be able to shoot at this area no matter where it is on the map. It's basically unlimited range just for this area, and it will allow even your units in your base to shoot at the enemy. So I've cleared out 2 main objectives already, and I'm just marching toward the 3rd, starting the next upgrade on the DUJSF. It's a pretty long name. I'll just use DUJSF. Clearing out these buildings, walking back to intercept the attack wave. Instead of just banking up these airstrikes on the first top bar, it's not a bad idea to just keep banking them on this map specifically and just spamming them on the main objective. You can see I'm still spamming these Warhounds, the Arcata squadrons. I'm not really going to use them to fight enemies per se, unless they're heading toward my base. Another cool thing about Valerian is that he deploys just like Raynor directly onto the battlefield. So now an attack wave is heading over here. Hey, enemies, come over here. I use the Penetrating Blast on that whole wave, and it clears most of the stuff. And the Warhounds, or the Arcata squadron in the rear, just kind of clean up the rest. I like spamming these Arcata squadron, specifically in this instance, because they don't cost a lot of gas. My gas is mostly going to research at this point, which is now going toward the nuke. You can see it's a nuke. Not a Nova nuke, not a Tigus nuke, but a nuke. And that's good. The Aquila is almost available once again. Well, that will allow me to deploy it anywhere with vision, so you can see that there's an attack wave heading over here. Bonus is clearing out that area. Nice. I'll keep walking, but I'm now making another unit, I believe. Let me check what I'm actually making. Ah, upgrading something. Yeah, from the tech lab. That is what I'm doing. I use the pulse barrage thing over here. You can see I can just dodge the blue fart using the Aquila teleport. It's a short cooldown. I can just use it to blink. I spam the airstrikes once more. Clear out the area. Just use the Aquila to blink. I want to fight in this satellite area because that does give my Warhounds shielding. Ah, that's what I built, a planetary. So Valerian's base starts out as a planetary. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I'm using the Zeus to clear out this whole area. Using the pulse thing. Delete that Banshee. I use the pulse, or rather, the penetrating blast to delete that force, finishing off these last turrets to clear the way for the second bonus.
Research complete.
And there we go. So I've started a Kraken prototype here. The Kraken is sort of a siege tank. It functions like a siege tank, but it sounds like a Reaver for some reason. It's pretty cool. It crawls around like a crab when it's not in siege mode, but currently this thing is in siege mode, so it is a siege tank. Walking down here now, I have the glory to the Dominion once again, the last top bar. This is the Terran Dominion. Like this is Sparta thing. Cool. Now making my way here, you can see the Zeus is cloaked. That is a result of the research I did earlier.
Get ready.
I drop a nuke over here because why not? It's pretty good. I'm gonna intercept this attack wave. Wait for the Aquila to be ready. Second siege tank is now available. I'm still making more Warhounds or Arcata squadrons. Blast down these guys and make them not a thing. Focused on this big hybrid, you can see it goes down fairly fast. To my Zeus, finish this off. Then walk here and just finish off these tanks. Make them not a thing. Now the Aquila is ready once again. That will allow me to teleport to the next objective, which will be over here. I spam more airstrikes on this shard. Just clean out, spam my abilities. Just, yeah, keep using that. Delete that Thor. Just keep spamming the damage. Just keep using my top bars on it. And my heroes, you can see these heroes are basically soloing the map on their own. They're actually just soloing the map. All my units are doing are defending. But that will soon change, because for this last area, I'll drop literally everything. You can see that's the top bar, and you can see every single one of my units here. Every single one. You can shoot all the way to this objective over here. You can see the straight line of stuff. Just throwing everything at it. It's everything, yeah. It's getting hit by literally everything. And that's pretty cool. Death Grip Crystal tries to be annoying, but it can't grab heroic units, which means my Zeus still absolutely has free reign to delete this Void Sliver and end the game. Because as you can see, it is the last shard. The bonus only got to the second spot. The evacuation not even needed. War situation is stable. That's awesome. That's pretty awesome. So that is the first game. Let's move on to the second game. Second game, Temple of the Past. The objective is to defend the temple in the center of the map from attack waves that will come from all 4 lanes. Game is started. Dominion comlink established. Emperor Valerian, please take command of this operation. My goodness. It's interesting that they would think that an emperor would personally take command of a defense of a planet that's basically doomed to be destroyed. But then remember, Arcturus literally did it. So it's kind of funny. Start with double gas once again. And then rush to factory once it's available. Trying to get to 150 minerals to start it. Yeah, this thing. Triple build the factory, make it go faster, and then once it completes, that will unlock this upgrade over here. Start that right away. And what I'll do is actually fly the factory and then have it distract or at least give vision for the attack wave, or on the attack wave at least. Upgrade on the way. SCV, then Armory. Armory is needed to complete the second upgrade, or rather to start the second upgrade. Depot on the way. Factory, just moving along. Once this upgrade completes, I start the next one.
Upgrade complete.
Depot is done. I'm going to start rallying the SCV over here. Dominion Elite Engineer. I don't know how this thing's elite. It just it has just about the same amount of health as the previous one, but it does give vision to my airstrikes, which will destroy this rock in 14 hits.
Looks like the enemy is heading for us.
Got roaches this time, so I'll try to take them out, and 2 is perfectly enough to take out that wave. Start the fusion core now, and of course the fusion core is required to start the third upgrade. Giving vision still here. Starting that command center so I can start harvesting more quickly. Zeus ready to deploy.
Upgrade
I drop it right here. Now walking forward to delete those things. 7 airstrikes on each of those rocks. You can see them on the minimap. Slamming into these rocks, clearing them out.
Your forces are under attack.
That being said, I probably could have just let my planetary destroy them. Kind of wasteful, but could have gone worse. Actually, I could have shot them using my factor or my planetary. In fact, I should have destroyed using my planetary. Oh well. I teleport to the back of this base, cleared out the hive so that they no longer produce stuff. I like full clearing this map so that the lanes will be clear, so I can just run my forces through. I like it. You can see just queuing up these upgrades one at a time, because that's all I can do. Clearing out the creep tumors so that the enemies won't get faster. There's another creep tumor here. Don't know if I'll be able to get that. I will. Oh, I will. Attack way over here. Delete those things like it ain't no thing.
Hybrid detected.
In hindsight, I should have targeted the Zerglings first.
Show them the fear.
I've been on record saying that the hybrids are just
Upgrade.
damage sinks. They just take damage. They don't really deal a lot of damage themselves, unless we're talking about the big green hybrid, whether it's the Yamato thing or the hybrid Dominator. So regular hybrid don't do. They don't do a lot. Use a penetrating blast on those roaches. Meanwhile, upgrades are starting. Emperor, remember to have a rest. My goodness. Didn't even know what these units are. I think they are siege tanks. The Cerberus prototype things. They're gonna be pretty good. I am getting the upgrade for them. Ah, there it is. So I'm sieging this up. Not sure why it chose to have... Oh, it missed. Interesting. That's interesting. Looks like this kind of is good for defensive maps, but on this map in particular, it meets the target better.
The temple is under siege from a void thrasher.
I guess all I can do is have more of it.
Too much damage.
It's gonna take a little bit of damage. but it deals back in kind to this Void Thrasher. Fourth one is here.
A Void Thrasher's death has been confirmed.
Clear out these rocks so I can move aside. Drop another siege tank over here, or Kraken prototype. By the way, these upgrades on the second row are also attack and armor upgrades for the units that I have. You can see I'm at 1-1. And now I will soon start to 2.
We have 2 more Zenith stones to
Attack way over here. Clean this out. Just clean out these roaches using the airstrike. Teleport to the rear. Clean out this hive and its larvae. Just marching forward. Siege up, I hope. There they go. Attack wave cleaned.
New hybrid signature
More
detected.
shots getting fired.
Then let's kill
Ooh, this one's getting low. Just barely survives, which is great. Zeus getting back to work. More stuff over here. I think 2-2's on the way. Looks like it. Now we're waiting for the next wave. I'll just keep clearing out this area. Probably should use my penetrating blast to delete those things. Fortunately, the Krakens don't have healing on their own. The good news is the Zeus is plenty strong to take out these enemies, which it will do. Enemies got cleaned out over here. That's great. Got a roach here, so I'll just use my airstrike to clean out this area. That stunned the enemy. That's a stunning maneuver right there. Got 2 Colossus over here. Or Colossus. Not really Colossus. The crab things. The Kraken prototype. Keep firing.
Upgrade.
Dropping more Colossus. Now you see I have 2-2. Probably should have used the top bar over here to clean out this area, but I do still have airstrikes,
Hybrid detected.
which will help burst it down. This one, that's a sorry miss right there. The good news is I do still have a lot of these Kraken prototypes, which will help me deal with this.
our defenses.
Zeus, meanwhile, cleaning out this Bunos. Make it not a thing. Another attack way over here. This time I do have more siege tanks. Or Kraken prototypes, as they call it.
There remains 1 last Zenith stone.
Teleport over here, start clearing this area.
The Void Thrasher is bombarding.
Ooh, I tried sieging right next to the Void Thrasher. But apparently they can get too close, so I'll have to shoot it down in crab mode. You can see the crabs walking back. Meanwhile, the Zeus still clearing house here, while the third upgrade's on the way. You can see a bit of a scary time here because the Aquila is on cooldown, which means the Zeus is kind of stuck in this spot. Delete that rock. Clean out those things. Ooh, kind of chilling out over here. Ah, I'm actually building more defenses over here. Trying to set myself up for the later game. I mean, it's cool, but probably should have used that idle time to clear out this area. Or at least, I guess I'll use my airstrikes to clean that. Also a good option. Also a perfectly viable method. That being said, it doesn't do quite as much damage as I need it to. Ooh, that's gonna actually hit everything. Right? Yes, it does. Didn't quite finish off the lurker, but I'll shoot another one to finish it off. More stuff here. Just getting ready to pounce on that Thrasher once it spawns. Next attack wave will drop over here.
Enemy drop pods.
Directly into our base, but they will be not a thing. Another will spawn here. And then we'll have the Thrasher. Cool. Planetary here is done, by the way. Could start a next one.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
Nope. That is not a thing. Unsiege these guys. March them here. Unsiege these other guys.
For as long as it lives.
This Thrasher's already completely camped up. And I'll be able to make this not a thing. Still shooting. Morius deploying. So you can see, yeah, just spamming siege tanks. Making these guys absolutely not a thing. More airstrikes on this. Oof. I actually use a top over here. Every single one of my siege tanks just shot at that bonus. Apparently I haven't fully cleared this map yet. That's interesting. Oh well. Adding more siege tanks here. Aquila is ready once again, and that is perfectly timed to get my Zeus to this spot. Teleport this other area. Clear out this wave. Make it completely not a thing, my goodness. Nexus Coop is so crazy sometimes. Nice Solar Lance. Barrage by the Zeus will deal tremendous damage. Finishing off this area. Meanwhile, I'm setting up planetaries on the north end to solidify my defense. More tanks on the way. Flying over here to prevent enemies from damaging the temple. Have a satellite over here to reinforce or at least buff my siege tanks. Attack wave gonna be flying in from the north to kinda threaten the temple, but I'm well aware. It's a nice thing about having played this map for many times. Oh, I'm gonna launch a nuke here. Is that gonna hit anything? It's actually gonna connect to most things. And the Zeus kind of finishes off that last straggler. Attack wave coming in over here. Attack wave incoming. I think I missed a couple of roaches. Never mind. Oh, they're gonna outrun the Zeus. Unload here and damage the temple. That's quite unfortunate.
Yes, I see it.
Next drop, I'm gonna drop over here. I wonder if we're gonna make more static defense. But I'm not exactly flowing so much money. I guess I could have enough for one more planetary. Delete that. Yeah, maybe a couple more planetaries at this point. But I need them in the front here.
Enemy drop pods incoming.
Use that to clean it off.
Drop pods incoming.
That's a good spawn. Penetrating blast. It is off cooldown. There we go. Apparently the penetrating blast makes the enemies derp out and target the temple instead. Maybe I shouldn't be using it if the enemies are this close to the temple. Woo-hoo-hoo. That attacker just got deleted.
Complete, commanders. Defend the temple for just a few
Just showed, alright, we're here. Splash. Splappity splat.
I'm sure they'll tire of dying soon.
This area's completely camped up. Got a crabby guy here.
Thrashers are besieging the temple.
You know, a planetary. Ooh. Ooh. Just extra dead. Woo. Got another Void Thrasher here. It's actually getting shot at by my planetary, which is pretty cool. This one no longer a thing.
Thrasher has been destroyed.
And this one also taking damage fast. Next wave will drop in from here. Zeus getting ready to intercept the last wave, but there's another hybrid wave before that. Getting ready. Just pre-launched the shots. I think it's gonna kill off that lurker. I think it did. I think it did. The planetary you can see can hit air. That's pretty cool. A planetary 1v1ing a hybrid. Don't see that every day. Unless you play Nexus Coop, in which case you probably can. Yeah, planetary 1v1 air hybrid. Well, not 1v1, it has repair. That's pretty cool. Last wave on the way. We'll be ready to end this game as soon as the last wave. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Should be arriving right about now. And subsequently deleted. Just so cleanly. I believe it was a nuke. My goodness. And that's all she wrote, guys. Almost a perfect game, but had those roaches run by. I had the temple damage to a roach run by. Of all things! Of all things. That's how Zerg gets you. Oh well. Pretty clean game nonetheless. Siege tanks good against ground. And the Odin pretty good at clearing out the map. I like how these guys... Yeah, I like how these crab things walk. They actually are like crabs, and I'm wondering why Valerian would have these units. I don't really know the backstory behind Valerian. I know he appeared in some books, but haven't really read any Starcraft books. So I don't really know the story behind all this tech.
The temple has been primed.
And there it is.
Its activation will eradicate Amon's remaining.
That is Valerian, guys. Pretty strong, but you're kind of anchored by your Zeus and your Aquila, and you still kind of need your units to go to the places where your Zeus cannot be, because the Zeus, yes, that's helport, but it's not on infinitely fast cooldown. It's not like a Brutalisk situation where you just deep tunnel for every wave, so you have to be on point with being everywhere all at once. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for what else to do, please leave that in a comment, and I will see you guys next time.